Every legend leaves a trace. Some linger in memory, others in things that were never meant to fall into human hands. In the Myths Belief Store, you'll find artifacts, talismans, and relics steeped in the darkness of ancient faiths. Enter if you dare to touch what is forgotten and terrifying. Link in the description. In the darkness of the night, where the forests whisper differently than they do during the day, and the fog hangs low over the ground as if hiding something no human should ever see, you can sometimes hear a faint cry. A sound so delicate and yet so unnatural that everyone who heard it later swore it was not the voice of a living child. It is there, among shadow and cold, that according to ancient beliefs the Poroniec appears, a being whose name was never spoken aloud, because people believed that every word could draw it closer, and no one wanted to feel its presence behind their back. The Poroniec is one of the most tragic and at the same time most terrifying Slavic demons. It was believed to arise from the soul of a child who died before birth, shortly after birth, or was abandoned without baptism. Such a soul could not leave, could not find peace, could not reach the world of the living or the world of the dead. Suspended between these two realms, it changed into something that no longer resembled an innocent child. It was described as a small, deformed creature with pale, decaying skin and eyes glowing like two cold embers. Sometimes it had long, wet hair, sometimes a face resembling an infant, but twisted with pain and anger. In some regions, people said the Poroniec was so small it could be mistaken for a bundle of cloth until it moved. In other stories, it was fast, unnaturally agile, and its body made a sound like wet earth being crushed underfoot. Its touch was believed to be icy, and its presence sent shivers down the spine even of the bravest. In folk beliefs, the Poroniec was a demon that brought misfortune. It was said to haunt mothers who rejected their child or those whose child died before baptism. It appeared at night, sat on the chest of a sleeping woman, and whispered words into her ear that no one could understand. Sometimes only crying was heard, other times laughter that sounded like an echo from another world. In many regions of Poland, people said the Poroniec wandered through fields and forests, searching for someone who would accept it, give it a name, and allow it to pass on. It was believed that if someone found a Poroniec and gave it a name, the demon would stop being malevolent and leave in peace. But if no one did, the Poroniec grew bitter and vengeful. It could bring illness, misfortune, and even death. In some tales, it entered homes where newborns slept and tried to take them, believing it could regain the life it had lost. In other stories, the Poroniec could be calmed by leaving milk, bread, or a child's toy at a crossroads, but no one was ever sure if that would be enough, because its anger was as unpredictable as the night wind. In many old tales, there is also the belief that the Poroniec could bind itself to a specific person, especially if that person was responsible for its death. It was said that if a mother abandoned her child or hid its fate, the spirit returned as a Poroniec and haunted her for the rest of her life. People believed it could appear in dreams, sit on the bed in the middle of the night, or stand in the corner of the room dripping water or blood from the place where it had been left to die. In some regions, it was said that the Poroniec could bring storms, destroy crops, or make livestock fall ill. Its anger was believed to be so strong that it could pass through walls, doors, and prayers if its story was particularly painful. That is why many villages avoided speaking about porents at all, believing that even mentioning them could draw their attention. In popular culture, the Poroniec appears less often than other Slavic demons, but its presence is unmistakable. It can be found in games inspired by folklore, such as The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, where it appears as a creature with a tragic origin tied to a curse and a ritual of cleansing. The motif of the Poroniec also appears in horror literature and books inspired by demonology, including collections of folk legends and novels exploring the theme of child spirits and unfinished lives. In films and independent short productions, the Poroniec is often portrayed as a small, deformed being whose presence evokes unease, and its story is more sorrowful than frightening. In modern culture, the Poroniec has become a symbol of unfulfilled life, pain, and guilt that prevents a soul from moving on. And now a question for you. Would you dare to walk into a forest at night where you can hear crying even though no child is there? Have you ever believed in stories like this? Or maybe in your area there is also a legend about a Poroniec searching for its name. Let me know in the comments what you think about this story and which other Slavic demons you want to see in future episodes. If you enjoy this dark atmosphere, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming eerie tales.